Hello, everyone. How are you all? I hope you're all fine. Let's start our weekly analysis of Nasdaq, and let's start with fundamentals. Um, we will have a very noisy week. There's a lot of news in the coming week, sorry, and some of the biggest things to consider is, of course, non-farm payrolls, which to me might give a new direction in the market. So this is something to watch closely. And of course, we have on Wednesday a lot of news. The main one are non-farm unemployment change and Fed Chair Powell testifies. Those could make another change in the market. So this is the fundamentals. Of course, there is on Tuesday more news, more related news. Of course, S&P Global Services, PMI, ISM, all of those might have big impact on the market, but the ones I mark and I advise you not to trade are, of course, the Fed Chair Powell testifies, non-farm employment change, and non-farm payrolls. Those are the biggest and most important, right? Because they might change the rates decision. All right, let's go to the technical. On the technical side, on the monthly, we have our last closed month, which has closed above, as we all talked about already. And we're at the beginning of the month, and when a month starts like that up, we might consider going down a bit, right? Because we have to remember that price will always have some reversal, some retraces, and I would consider this area, let's mark it on the monthly and next month area, that price might take a reversal into it. All right, this is the place. If price to go back, this is one of the places I would look him to go back in order to go up or give us a signal that it continues to go down. But there's a fair value gap here, monthly fair value gap, that price might want to go and fill. Now remember, we just started the week and there were 2 days of trading and it went up. If you remember, when we talked about power of three, the idea was that the candle looks like that. It starts, right? Gives some, let's do it on the contrary. Gives some consolidation, then gives a fake direction, another fake direction, and then it goes to the real movement. It makes the real movement, makes another stop hunt, and then finishes up around here and finish the candle. So this is the start of the candle. This might be the finish on the end of the candle. What does it mean to us? If this is a bearish candle, this is what bearish candle looks like. So if we started up here like this, it might be that we are supposed to see on the 20th to the month or something like that go down. It doesn't have to be. I'm just saying something to consider on the monthly candle. All right, let's go to the weekly. So on the weekly, we had last month touching this fair value gap. Let's mark it up. Price touched here, which is exactly this is the weekly fair value gap, and then it gave us the very hard, very big push up. Right, so we might have considered a bearish reaction because the week before it closed lower, but afterwards we had a close up and another close up. So we are definitely bullish. Don't get me wrong, we are definitely bullish. We just need to take into consideration the idea of reversals. That's the idea. Reversals are something that price would do. It's part of the game. So what am I expecting this week? This week hasn't started yet. Last week finished very, very bullish. As you can see, it went down exactly like I explained on the monthly candle, but on the bearish side. Let's see it on the bullish side. So price opens here, goes a little bit up, makes some consolidation, and then goes down for a fake move, stop hunt, real move, another stop hunt, and then closes around here. All right, so this is exactly what we see here in the last week candle. Price opened up here, make a false bearish move, and then get a really hard push up, which was that movement. Made a stop hunt, a little stop hunt around here, as you can see, and then closed a bit lower. So that's what played out with this candle. And it's the same with the rest of the candles usually, right? Usually. So on the weekly, of course, we are bearish again. No doubt about it. We are definitely bullish. All right, let's see daily. So the daily shows a nicer point of view. I had this area marked up last time. If someone remembers last analysis, I had this. Let's mark it up. I had this area marked for price to come down, and it did. It came down and then went up. Also here last week. Sorry, that was 2 weeks ago. Last week we have marked this area for a possible reversal. And of course, price touched this fair value gap with a breaker, right? Here's that breaker. Touched it up, touched it down, and then went up. This is very, very simple bullish move, very hard bullish move, very strong bullish move. Sorry, that's a correct term. So, but let's look a little bit at the movement of the market. It is going up. We had very big candles here. We had some retraces here, but now we look strongly bullish because those big candles are here to tell us that we might see a really big push up. All right. So what is the expectation from the next week? The expectations are as simple as always. In such environment, we are going up. That's what's supposed to would happen, unless this news on Wednesday give a push down, and we will have to watch out and look. So trade carefully. Always bear in mind where we are aiming for. We are looking bullish generally next week, but we always put our head in the wall and do long trades. No, we have to look at the macro and in the micro. So that's it for today. Have a nice week. Have a nice trade. Bye bye.